Meantone temperament defines each note as a location in a circle of fifths. It also defines the way the intervals between those notes are said to be approximating the harmonic series. In the case of standard Western tuning, where the fifth is 700 cents, that stack of fifths reaches an octave equivalent note after 12 fifths, after which additional stacks of fifths arrive at duplicate intervals, known as n-harmonic equivalents. Given those 12 notes, the intervals of the harmonic series that factor into the primes 2, 3, and 5 are at least relatively well approximated. When the size of the fifth is varied, however, additional stacks of fifths after 12 will reach new intervals. Given a fifth of approximately 696.8 cents, an octave equivalent note is reached after 31 fifths, and those new intervals provide for new useful interval sizes that accurately approximate many more intervals of the harmonic series. In this 31-tone meantone tuning, the major third is a much better approximation of the interval 5 to 4, which is the frequency ratio between the fifth and fourth harmonics, than it was in standard Western tuning. The fifth, which approximates 3 to 2, is also only slightly flatter, leading to much purer, locked-in major triads. The sharper, more active major thirds in standard Western tuning do of course have their own appeal. The most exciting harmonic advantages of this tuning, however, come from the less familiar chromatic and superchromatic intervals. The augmented sixth in this tuning, for example, accurately approximates 7 to 4, the interval between the 7th harmonic and the 4th harmonic, allowing for sonorities usually reserved for barbershop. The doubly augmented third and doubly diminished fifth, which are n-harmonically equivalent in 31-tone equal temperament, accurately approximate 11 to 8, the interval between the 11th harmonic and the 8th harmonic, allowing for completely new, but still buzzy and locked sonorities that sound as natural as you can get a doubly augmented third or doubly diminished fifth to sound in context. The singularly augmented third is also useful. It accurately approximates 21 to 16, the interval between the 21st harmonic and the 16th harmonic. 21 to 16 can work exceptionally well as a sort of rooted, darker sounding version of the suspended fourth, though interestingly, it does still seem to function as a third. The tuning of these notes can be easily realized in Sibelius using a plugin called NTET from Offtonic, as long as none of your instruments play more than one note at a time. If they do, you can use another plugin to separate those harmonies into different staves, at which point the NTET plugin will apply correctly. Here's a composition that takes advantage of 31-tone equal temperament's unique harmonies from a mean tone perspective. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thanks again.